welcome back. Today is going to be a little bit different. We're still gonna, get into this flight attendant life, but all the seriousness that a person like me can muster is about to be all up in your screen. So sit back, relax, and today we're going to talk about safety. Yes, flight attendant, life is fun and we zip around the world and we stay in beautiful hotels and we meet people and we see, all these beautiful cities and countries and things like that. But let's keep it real. The number one thing at any airline is safety, I hope. And, yes, in training, it's going to be safety focused and you're learning how to evacuate those aircrafts. But what about that personal safety? That personal safety is so, so important. And there have been two stories recently from the end of January until now. Today's February 29th. So happy leap year, y'all. It ain't happening again for 4 years. But anyway, so two stories have stuck out to me. And sometimes as flight attendants, we're kind of overlooked. So I do not want to overlook either of these stories. The first that I want to talk to you guys about, I'm looking down at my phone. So I just want to mention, there is a flight attendant by the name of Sierra Shields. I will be inserting her photo into my video somewhere. She is a New York based flight attendant and she's missing. So basically she left LaGuardia at about 12 noon one day and she left by foot and there's just been no updates on finding her. And I only can pray to God and hope that she is alive and well, and if anyone has information about her, it is going to be, given to the police and they're able to find her. But it bothers me, and it has bothered me because it's not being covered as much as it should be. And I know that there's tons of other things that people are addressing right now, There's the whole presidential race and there's all these other things, they're talking about the Oscars and just so many different things. But where's Sierra Shields? LaGuardia is a big airport with cameras and there's always tons of people around. So it bothers me that she is missing. And the second story, so you can Google, I will attach her name with her photo. You can Google to find out a little bit more about the story, because it's very important that you keep yourself aware of what is going on in flight attendant life aside from the hottest layover. The second story is, let's see, this was February 9th. So, just 20 days ago. A 34-year-old man appeared in court this afternoon on allegations that he sexually abused and tried to kidnap a flight attendant in Jackson County. This is Oregon, y'all. So Google that story. Google flight attendant jogging, kidnap. And you will find out more about that story. So that brings me to safety, which is so important. Again, not just safety in the air, but safety on the ground. So today we're going to do a little Fierceness is Flight Attendant Safety 101. Number one, your airline will have sensitive security information. And this is, it may be given to you physically, maybe papers that are given to you. If you are done with those papers, please shred them. Please do not throw them in the nearest garbage can that someone can just get a hold of. Do not give out your passwords. There is a reason why your airline, or at least my airline, makes us book, even our companions' flights. No one needs to know your password besides you. And if you have a habit of forgetting it, please write it down somewhere that only you know. That sensitive security information is so important. It is sensitive security. So no one needs to get into any security things regarding your airline. That's just like you're a trusted employee. So keep that information sensitive and do not give it out. Do not give out your passwords. Keep your company protected. Protect your company like you're protecting your life. Number two, when you are at your layover, do not check in on social media at your hotel. Absolutely a no-no. Don't check in I don't know, don't check in on Instagram, don't tag the hotel, don't check in on Facebook or whatever other apps. There's so many apps out here. Do not check in on then let them know where you're staying. Like, oh God, how there's so many things that just bother me that certain people in the flight attendant industry do. If you are at a hotel that has a little notepad, most of them do, and it has the hotel information on there, don't write a little note and take a picture and upload it. No, don't take a picture of the pen that has the Hilton and it has the address or the phone number on there. That's a no-no. If the hotel has robes and you put a robe on and you want to selfie it up and get all cute, do not show the name of the hotel on the robe. You have to protect yourself. Like, I mean, if you don't care about your life, at least care about your crew members' lives. It is just so important to keep yourself protected and do not check in places. No one needs to know where you are besides your loved ones. Number 3, hide your ID. Your ID only needs to be displayed 2 times. And I'm going to tell you which 2 times that is. When you enter the airport and you go through either known crew member or you go through TSA or whatever have you, you're showing them your ID, okay? That's it. Then you're gonna go and check in and do your little thing, and at my airline at least, we do not have to show our IDs in the lounge. You show it as you're passing, yet again, security. But anytime there's a security measure, that's when you're showing your ID. You're checking in with your gate agent, you're identifying yourself before you go on the aircraft and check your equipment, you show your ID. When you get on that plane, tuck it away. Whether you're tucking it in your pocket, whether you are tucking it in your vest pocket here, you obviously have to keep it on you because your cabin access key and things of that nature are on there, which you need to have at all times. But you do not want to show your ID, because I'm gonna tell you straight up, I have friends who have gotten Facebook messages from passengers, okay? Like on my wings, it just has my first name. It does not have my last name. If somebody is that thirsty and they want to try to find me, maybe they can, but I'm the wrong one to find because I'm engaged to a lawyer. But anyway, keep yourself protected. Nobody needs to know your last name. And oh God, I wish they didn't have to know our first, y'all, but they do. But you know, just keep yourself protected, because they will look at that and they will write it down and they will go and find you if they want to. And I'm not saying they're gonna show up at your door, but even to receive a creepy message on Facebook, like, that's not cool. You know, if someone's really interested in you, then I would hope that they ask you, you know, for your number or whatever have you on the plane and not go checking for you online. So yes, y'all, hide your ID. Number 4, layovers. Be careful. Be careful. Let me tell you. So the locals in the area, they see us getting out of our crew vans and getting in our crew vans. Y'all, they probably know our schedule better than we do. So just know that, like, I'm not saying you can't go out exploring. By all means, absolutely go see the world. But if you have crew members who are down to go out with you, then hey, go out with them. Or try to go out in the daytime and get back before it's too dark. Or, you know, take an Uber. I'm sure y'all can see Uber as my best friend. But just protect yourself, because these people know the frequency of crews going in and out. And we're not the only airline, you know, at some of these hotels. There's tons of other airlines staying at the hotels. But the frequency, the in and out, like, people know. They're like, oh, okay, American Airlines stays here. Yeah, I know that uniform. Hey, that looks like Delta. You know, they know you and they're watching you. They see when you get there. As y'all know, we've already talked about, plenty of times we talked about the check-in of your room. Check your room, check your room, check your room. But also, check your surroundings. Always be aware. Always, always, always. That is so important. All right, number 5. Tell someone where you are. I don't care if it's your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your grandmother, your best friend, whomever. I always take a picture of my rotation and I email it to my fiance. My fiance knows what hotel I'm in. My fiance knows what room I am in. If for some reason my room changes, my fiance knows that my room changed. She knows the time that I, should be getting there approximately. And they can always go to your company website, look up the flight number to see if there's been some sort of delay. My fiance knows what time I should be getting home. If I have a sit, all these things are important, y'all. Even if it's a different like time zone, so what? Like, make sure they know, hey, I'm gonna be on LA time, or hey, I'm gonna be, in Europe, whatever it is. Tell someone where you are so that they just have an idea, and it's not just like well, that's not like her. I mean, she's gonna call. No, they need to know where you are just in case you never call. God forbid. But be careful. Safety, safety, safety. Number 6, always be aware of your surroundings. If you are, let's say you get based in a new city where you're not, you're new there, you're not like super comfortable, and you're just still kind of getting acclimated and getting used to things. Get like, be aware of your surroundings. Don't be walking down the street pulling your luggage with earphones in. No, you need to be able to hear what's going on around you. You know what I'm saying? Because at that moment, especially for us ladies, you may be in your heels, you may be in a dress. That is all like being like, those are like vulnerable moments. You know what I mean? It's like vulnerability at that time. Or even even for guys, like just being in that suit, it's kind of tight, and you need to be ready in case you gotta bust the karate move. I didn't do karate, but y'all know what I'm saying. Hoo-yah. So just be aware. The last thing I will say, and I probably have left out some things, but you guys get it. I'm saying be safe, be safe, be safe, be safe. Protect your life. So the last thing I'm gonna say, passengers will ask you, hey, so you guys laying over here? Oh, how long are you guys gonna be here? Oh, okay. Oh, whoa, you guys here for 24 hours. They better not ask me if I'm laying over here, because like I'm the wrong one to ask certain things, because y'all, I strives for 5, but that don't got nothing to do with striving for 5. Like that has nothing to do with you. I'm sorry, but you guys can answer that how you want, but I would say don't tell them that you're laying over there or where you're laying over. If they see you in the airport toting your bags off the plane, then hoorah. But they don't need to know anything about where you're going or what, you know what I mean, or what you're doing. Because some of the weirdest things that happen, literally guys, you will get off the plane with your crew, go get on the hotel van, and that passenger that you just finished serving on the plane is on your van. And you're like, oh my God. Because sometimes it's just crew and sometimes it's not. So it can be a little awkward, but just try to keep it as far apart, change the subject. Oh, I wish we were laying over here. Oh, it's so beautiful. I've never, or whatever. Or no, we don't lay over here. They don't need to know. It's not like you're lying and saying, well, we don't have any more pretzels when you actually do. Like, this is something that you're keeping sensitive and safety, you're keeping yourself safe. They don't need to know that sort of thing. So just know that passengers will ask you, because again, they may fly that route every week, and they sometimes know our schedules better than we do. We do a lot of different layovers. So unless you're someone who is holding the same freaking trips every week, then you don't know. They know better than you. There's people who do the Boston shuttle all the time. They do the DC shuttle or whatever have you. But at the end of the day, boos, I just want you guys to be safe. Yes, you're so happy you're either going to training or applying, or you're waiting for the video interview, or you're in the process, or you're waiting for, the job to be posted again so you can get it, or you just know you are going to get it. And I know you will get it. But I need you guys to be safe. That is so, so, so important. Sometimes these people have like awkward obsessions with us, and it's weird. It is really, really, really weird. But at the end of the day, you keep yourself protected, and there is just nothing will happen to you. I just want you to be aware. Please don't walk down the street with your headphones. Please don't. I mean, yeah, you can meet people and make friends and stuff like that, but just be aware and keep certain information to yourself. I'm pretty sure you know what you should tell and what you shouldn't. And please go and look up those stories. That is so important. And if you think that you may have seen Sierra Shields, then please contact the information. I'm going to leave all of that information down in the description box. You know, what she was wearing, her height, all that kind of stuff. I'm just going to take it from another page that I've seen online, and I'm just going to leave that information. And please, if you guys have seen her, please just contact those outlets and let them know. And keep yourselves protected. And just continue to comment, continue to follow me on Instagram at It's Fierceness. I will leave that down below. And just stay beautiful. You know what I mean? Again, stay beautiful inside. Everything starts in here. You know, when it's all good in here, y'all know the deal. It all just comes out. And if it ain't good in here, then put it on mute, because you got to keep it cute. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to talk about safety. I know it's not all happy-go-lucky and zipping around the world and all that lollipops and glitter, but safety is just so important. So I love you guys. Stay blessed, keep your head up, and let's be friends. Hit me up on Instagram or message me, comment below, and all that good stuff. Peace. I like to be a flight attendant trainer, or hey, I'm going to training, or my cousin's going to training, or my child is going to training, or whatever.